Dang it, I only get missionary sex. I don't get that good sex from my girlfriend or wife that I like. How come I only get that old laying on the back shit? Well, you probably wasn't the guy that gave her her best sex. See, the guy that gave her her best sex, the guy that had the most money, the guy that had the highest charisma and best personality, or the man that gave her her first child, those were the guys that actually imprinted her. So any guy that comes after those guys, she's going to compare to the first guy. And it's hard to beat a guy that's already imprinted her. That's why it probably feels like something's missing in your relationship or marriage. But we're going to talk about it. Why women cannot pair bond. Stay tuned. What's good? Welcome to the No One Cares channel. It's your boy Troy. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Comment, like, subscribe, watch the video to the end. In today's video, I'm going to talk about why promiscuous women, why women with high body counts cannot pair bond. And the reason why this is important is because humans in America, the quote-unquote thing to do is to get married, have a wife and kids, and live happily ever after. But if you look at other civilizations, and when you look at mammals, you'll see in other civilizations that a lot of men have multiple wives. You'll see you'll see mammals like lions, they have multiple females. But in America, we're meant to have one woman, get married, and raise a family. As we are proceeding, we are finding out that that's not going well for us. The divorce rate is 60% plus, especially in the black community. And the reason why is because most of our females have been modernized. Now, since feminism has started, women have been told it's okay to wait till you're 28 to have a baby and get married and so on. But when you look at other civilizations, they're having kids at 15 and 16. And the reason why the divorce rate is high, why there's so many single mothers, is because women cannot pair bond. Usually after the age of about 27, 28, they can't pair bond because they've already been imprinted. Now, when you look at someone like Halle Berry, you look at a woman, she's a little bit older. She's had multiple boyfriends. I mean, probably about 10 or 12 boyfriends. That's about average for your women out here. It's just hers is publicized. But she's had a lot of men, and she can't seem to stick with one man and be happy. And the reason why is because she's just been promiscuous in her younger years, so it's hard for her to love someone. And that's a biological thing. So when you look at when men have sex with multiple women, we're looked at as, oh man, that's the man. I mean, if he can have sex with multiple women, that's the man. When you look at women who have sex with multiple men, they look at her like a hoe, or they look at her somewhat as a downgrade of a woman. I mean, I don't, but a lot of people do. Well, the reason that is because for a man to put himself in a position to have multiple women, he has to upgrade himself. He has to become a man of some type of value to attract multiple women. For a woman to have multiple men, she literally doesn't have to do anything but respond. You know, so it's just like if a man and a woman has a cell phone, the man has to make the call, set it up, get the approval, get the place, get the time, and set everything up. But a woman, all she has to do is look at her phone and say, okay. And now she has sex. So the sex thing for men and women is totally different. You have men over here where we have to put in the work and everything. The average man isn't getting sex like that. But the average woman and below average woman is getting lots of sex. So that's why it's different. That's why, yes, men who can have multiple women don't get looked at the same as women who have multiple men. But feminism has told women differently, that they can have multiple women, that they can have multiple women and multiple men, that they can be bisexual and heterosexual, and it's no problem. Feminism has told women that they can do everything that a man can do, that they can wait till they're 28 and 29 to get married and have kids. And that's actually threw off the timing of their biological ability. So everything that a woman does sexually is recorded. It's recorded in her brain. It's recorded in the way she carries herself. It's recorded in her subconsciously. So when a lot of men get with a woman and she's past the age of 27, 28, yes, she may tell the man that she's over those guys, or yes, she may have a kid or two and tell the guy that she no longer, loves that guy. That's false. Women are always going to base the rest of their partners on their imprints. So the imprint is the guy who she had her first child with, the guy who had the most money, the guy who had the best personality and charisma. Out of those three traits, she's going to base the rest of her men on those guys. The guys who had the best sex, okay, I didn't know if I included that. The guy who has the best sex, she will never forget that guy. So now every guy that she has sex with, she's comparing it to the best sex she ever had. Every guy that she interacts with who might have a little money, she'll compare that to the guy that had the most money. Most of the time, that guy won't measure up to the imprint. The guy who she had the first child with, she will never forget that guy because she sees that guy every time she sees her child. So any man that tries to connect with a woman permanently, as in like marriage or in a long-term relationship or semi-permanently, he's up against all of her imprints. So women also, it has been said that they hold DNA of their previous partners. Now, I don't know if that's true, but women who have had lots of partners have had lots of DNA go through their body. So now the new husband, the new man that she's dealing with, has to deal with the imprints. He has to deal with the DNA that's flowing through her body. And he has to deal with all of this while dealing with her mental state, whatever that may be. And once you combine all of those things, it makes being in a relationship with a woman that has already been imprinted, a woman that's over 27, 28, it makes it more of a chore, more of work than pleasure. It doesn't balance out. The amount of return you get for your investment, it doesn't balance out. But man will still fight through it. We'll still stay. But the problem comes when women get tired of the relationship. See, women file 8 out of the 10 divorces in America. They file 8 out of 10 divorces worldwide. And the reason why is because they can't get over their imprints. They can't love you. Any woman that's over 27, 28 years old, she can't love you. It's biologically impossible. When you meet a woman, right, and she's older than 38, she's looking for a retirement plan. She doesn't have anything else to offer you as a man. She's already been imprinted. She's already had lots of partners. She's already been on and off the carousel. And the carousel means women have periods where they are in a relationship, and then they have periods where they date multiple men and have sex with multiple men, and then they get back in a relationship, then they get back on the carousel, have multiple men. So by the time you meet a woman that's over 38, she's already been back and forth on the carousel. She's had so many partners because having sex for a woman is one of the easiest things she can do. So us as men, we need to do a better job of venting out our women. And we have to also take in mind that she's already been imprinted. She cannot love you anymore. The guys that she loves are the guys that she's going to be comparing you to. Always remember, man, whatever man that she complains about is the guy that she misses and she loves. Always remember, man, never listen to what she says, watch what she does. Pay attention to her actions. Her actions will show you how much she's into you. Her actions will show how much she says or really loves you. Not what she says out of her mouth, but what she does. Pay attention to her actions. A lot of times in marriages, things start to dwindle out. The cooking slows down, the sex gets old, and you start to wonder, what the hell happened? Did I just make a big mistake? Well, just listen to the things I just told you. Is there a guy she complains about? Does she complain about her exes? Okay? Is she never satisfied with the things that you do? Well, it's probably because she can't pair bond. She can't love you because she's been promiscuous in her younger days. So stay up, stay on your grind, stay focused. Don't get emotionally connected with women. Get emotionally connected with yourself and your grind. Keep that abundance mindset. Stay so busy that any woman that you deal with, she's just something that you deal with on the way to the top, on the way of your journey to wherever you're trying to go. Don't make a woman your destination, because if you do, you'll be disappointed. Remember, that 90-day waiting period is never worth the wait. Always remember, guys, 100 hours a week at least focused on your job, working hours, your side business, working out, and your hobbies. 100 hours a week at least. Until you change your mindset, no one cares. But just know one cares. And he wants you to become the best version of yourself. I'm out, guys.